All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Valsa Williams. The headlines. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to visit Siachen Glacier today to review the security situation. 2 terrorists killed in an encounter in Shopian district of Jammu and Kashmir. Met Department forecasts decrease in severity of heat wave in parts of North India from today. US asks visa applicants to provide their social media use details under new rules. In Syria, at least 14 people killed in a car bomb blast in the city of Azaz. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, Bangladesh stunned South Africa by 21 runs. England to take on Pakistan this afternoon. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will visit Siachen Glacier today to review the security situation along the borders with Pakistan. Mr. Singh will be accompanied by Army Chief General Bipin Rawat. The Defence Minister will be given detailed presentations on the Army's overall preparedness, including the functioning of 14 and 15 Corps. The 14 Corps guards the line of actual control with China as well as the line of control with Pakistan. The 15 Corps is mainly tasked with carrying out anti-terror operations in the Kashmir Valley. More from our correspondent.
During his visit, Mr. Rajnath Singh will interact with soldiers and officers to know about the issues faced by them during their deployment on the world's highest military post. He will also lay a wreath at Siachen War Memorial. The Siachen Glacier in the Karakoram range is known as the highest militarized zone in the world, where the soldiers have to battle frostbite and high winds. The Siachen base camp starts at around 12,000 feet and the highest ones range of 23,000 feet. It witnesses up to -70 degrees in winter. With Saubhagyakar, Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
In Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists were killed in an encounter with security forces in the Molu Chitragam area of Shopian district early this morning. The encounter broke out after terrorists opened fire on the quick reaction team of the army that was passing through the area during the pre-dawn hours. Security sources said bodies of both the terrorists have been recovered and their identity is being ascertained. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said the central government respects all languages and no language will be imposed on any part of the country. In a tweet, Dr. Jaishankar said the national education policy submitted to the HRD minister is only a draft report. He said all stakeholders, the general public and state governments will be consulted before taking a final call on the 3-language norm. On Saturday, Education Secretary R. Subramaniam had clarified that no policy decision has been taken by the centre yet. He said the Narendra Modi government is committed for equal development and promotion of all Indian languages. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has appealed to the people to study, analyse and debate the draft new education policy and not jump to hasty conclusions. The Vice President was inaugurating a 2-day conference on industry-academy interaction for improvement of quality of academics, organized by the Indian Institute of Petroleum and Energy in Visakhapatnam yesterday. Mr. Naidu said the core issues of education were very important and deserve the attention of all stakeholders. He asserted that reducing the load of school bags, promoting sports, inculcating morals, scientific and rational temperament, history and the contribution of freedom fighters should become a part of the curriculum. In Uttar Pradesh, construction work on the Kashi Vishwanath corridor, the pet project of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, will start this month. Mr. Modi laid the foundation stone of the project in March this year. Until now, land acquisition for the project, soil testing and geotechnical investigation have been completed in a record time. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Chief Executive Officer of the Kashi Vishwanath Special Area Development Authority, Vishal Singh, told AIR that a total of 23 old temples were found during excavation and ground leveling work, which are preserved and ready for the darshan of devotees. 300 crores have already spent on the project and now construction work is about to start this month.
लगभग जो मकान क्रय किए जाने थे इस पूरी परियोजना के लिए, उसमें से अब केवल 24 लोगों के मकान ऐसे हैं जो बचे हैं 300 में से, और लगभग सभी मकान बाकी क्रय करके और उसमें रहने वाले जो निवासी थे उनको पुनर्स्थापित करते हुए उन मकानों को तोड़ दिया गया है और उसके अंदर से मंदिर जहाँ पे निकले हैं, कुल 23 मंदिर अब तक प्राप्त हुए हैं, उन मंदिरों को संरक्षित करने का कार्य किया जा रहा है।
Once completed, the currently congested Kashi Vishwanath premises will turn into an open and beautiful area with a lot of facilities for devotees, including 4 big convention halls, multi-layer toilet facilities, clinic, locker room, and a broad passage for darshan, along with enhancing the security arrangements. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The Met Department has forecast a decrease in the severity of heat wave in parts of North India from today. In a tweet, the Met Office said due to easterly winds at lower levels, the severity of heat wave is likely to decrease over Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh. In Rajasthan, intense heat continued to paralyze normal life yesterday. Temperatures varying from 44 degrees to 48 degrees Celsius were recorded in the state. Our correspondent has filed this report.
There is a minor drop in maximum and minimum temperature across the state, but not enough to be called as relief. 3 persons, 2 policemen and a farmer died of heat stroke at Jalore, Jodhpur and Sikar. Churu and Sriganganagar remained the hottest places in the state. Churu recorded 48.9 degrees Celsius with Sriganganagar reeling 48.6 degrees Celsius. Jaipur witnessed the hottest day of the season as maximum temperature of 45.5 degrees Celsius was recorded in the state capital. The Met Office said severe heat wave is expected in western Rajasthan today. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
Uttar Pradesh also continues to reel under scorching heat. Jhansi recorded the highest temperature of 47.1 degrees Celsius yesterday, followed by Banda 46.8 and Urei 45 degrees Celsius. However, thunder showers and stormy winds at some places in eastern parts, including Gorakhpur and Gonda, gave some respite. In Uttarakhand, people got some relief due to rain in different areas yesterday. 1 person died while another is missing in Chamoli and Almora districts. More from our correspondent.
In Chokotia subdivision of Almora district, some villages have been badly affected following heavy rain in the area. Apart from district administration personnel, LGRF teams have been rushed to the villages of Khera and Asedi in Almora district to extend help to the needy. According to Met Department, thunder spell is likely to occur at isolated places in plains, especially in Udham Srinagar and Nainital districts of Uttarakhand during next 12 hours. Raghavesh Pandey, AIR News, Dehradun.
Himachal Pradesh also experienced light showers in some parts, bringing down the maximum temperatures by 2 to 3 notches. Shimla, Dharamshala, Bhuntar and Sundarnagar experienced light rain. The weatherman has predicted more rain this week. Over 110,000 devotees have registered for this year's pilgrimage to the Amarnath Cave Shrine, which begins on the 1st of next month. The registration process for the pilgrimage through the Baltal and Chandanwadi routes began on the 2nd of April, and nobody will be allowed to undertake the yatra without a permit, which is valid for a specified day and route. The registration of pilgrims is being undertaken through 440 designated branches of the Punjab National Bank, Jammu and Kashmir Bank and the Yes Bank, located in 32 states and union territories. Jammu and Kashmir Governor Satyapal Malik had launched an online registration process for pilgrims last week. Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik, has resigned and vacated Bijapur Assembly seat. He had contested from Hinchli and Bijapur Assembly constituencies and won from both the seats. Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Birender Singh Dhanoa, has left for Sweden on a 4-day visit. He will visit various operational and training units as well as interact with senior functionaries of the Swedish Air Force, amongst others. The visit will provide an impetus to defence cooperation and pave the way for greater interaction and cooperation between the air forces of the two countries. In international news, the United States has asked visa applicants to provide information on their use of social media under new rules. The move is aimed at enhancing the vetting of foreign nationals and to screen out terrorists and other dangerous individuals seeking entry into America. The State Department adopted a new policy under which most visa applicants, including temporary visitors, will be required to list their social media identifiers in a drop-down menu, along with other personal information. The department said if visa applicants lie about their social media use, they could face serious consequences. Mexican Economy Minister Graciela Marquez will meet U.S. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross in Washington today in an effort to diffuse rising trade tensions. U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to slap a 5% tariff on all Mexican goods starting the 10th of this month if the country fails to stem the flow of migrants and drugs into the U.S. If he remains unsatisfied with the results, he has threatened to gradually raise the tariff to 25%. In Syria, at least 14 people have been killed in a car bomb blast in the city of Azaz. The explosion took place after an explosive-laden car detonated at a crowded place in the central area of the city yesterday. 28 people were also injured. The blast came a day after 10 people lost their lives in a car bomb explosion at the command center of the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces in the city of Raqqa. On to sports. In the ICC Cricket World Cup, Bangladesh stunned South Africa with a 21-run win at the Oval in London last night. Put into bat, Bangladesh posted 330 for 6, riding on Mushfiqur Rahim's 78, Shakib Al Hassan's 75, and an end-of-innings cameo of 46 not out from Mahmudullah. In reply, South Africa only managed to make 309 for 8 in the allotted 50 overs. Paceman Mustafizur Rahman bagged the maximum of 3 wickets. Shakib Al Hassan took 1 wicket and was named man of the match for his all-round performance. South Africa's Imran Tahir achieved a landmark as he became only the second spinner after Nicky Boye to make the 100th appearance in the World Cup for the Proteas. Today, England will take on Pakistan at Nottingham. The match will start at 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time. India will begin their campaign on Wednesday against South Africa. In tennis, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, Stanislas Wawrinka, Sloane Stephens and Johanna Konta are among those who have advanced to the quarterfinals of the French Open at Paris. India's campaign in the tournament ended after Rohan Bopanna and his Romanian partner Marius Copil bowed out in men's doubles third round. The News Services Division of All India Radio in its weekly bilingual live phone-in program, Public Speak, will bring you a discussion tonight on air pollution, ways and means to curb it. This can be heard on FM Gold Channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Listeners can ask questions to the experts in our studio on toll-free telephone number 1-800-115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Lalima Nejadang.
Well, thank you, Valsa. Newspapers present a mixed bag this morning. Government probes income tax and GST mismatch in crackdown against evaders. Thousands of fraudulent firms identified is the lead in the Times of India. No fiscal space for budget giveaways, officials tell Finance Minister, headlines the Business Standard. Centre looking at ways to support sectors hurt by US withdrawal of duty-free export scheme, reports the Hindu Business Line. Government set to hike cheap grain sugar quota to offload massive stocks piled up in granaries due to a liberal support price regime, notes the Times of India. Centre to help Assam set up 1,000 foreigners tribunals before the July 31st deadline for the final NRC list, writes the Statesman. Jaishankar starts Sushma-style Twitter helpline to respond to distressed Indians abroad, states the Asian Age. 4 rescued, 8 missing on avalanche hit peak of Uttarakhand's Nanda Devi, notes the Pioneer, while the Hindustan Times states hunt on for 8 climbers who went missing. Dams filled may offset weak monsoon, reports the Tribune. And finally, the Hindustan Times says in a box item, Udan Tashatri Chetak contest to name bullet train sees 18,000 entries from social media. And with that, it's back to you, Valsa.
Thank you, Lalima. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to visit Siachen Glacier today to review security situation. 2 terrorists killed in an encounter in Shopian district of Jammu and Kashmir. Met Department forecasts decrease in severity of heat wave in parts of North India from today. US asks visa applicants to provide their social media use details under new rules. In Syria, at least 14 people killed in a car bomb blast in the city of Azaz. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, Bangladesh stunned South Africa by 21 runs. England to take on Pakistan this afternoon. With that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.